Back. Told you I was gonna make another video. Yes, because of this, we just got the first win without Paige Beckers, aka Sailor Venus, I like to call her. Yeah. Ever since winning that title, which is Sailor Jupiter, Makoto Kino, Mako, I like to call her. Yeah, I still call Super and Mako Sailor Jupiter, and the Feisty Colliers Sailor Neptune. Yeah, sorry about that. Throat's giving me a little vibes. Now, since I had a haircut, I was watching the results when NC State won by 3 against Tennessee. And yes, sorry, Buttermania. Yeah, it's only the first game of the season. Now, the team stats are right there, so we're going to start with this. 35 out of 78 over 22 over 64 field goals because percentage, it has better numbers right there. 44.9 over 34.4. But Louisville has more 3 points than UConn. 8 out of 24, 4 out of 26, 33.3 over 15.4. Free throws, they have more than us. 17 out of 14, 5 out of 8. 82.4, 62.5. We have more rebounds than Louisville, 47-43. Yeah, offense and defense. We got more assists. Yeah, the rebounds there, and then we got less of the turnovers than Louisville. Right there, and then you see the steals, 8 over 3, 2-1, 12 over 8, 16 over 3, 15 over 10. Excuse me. For fast break points and the points in the paint, and then we got more fouls than Louisville. No technicals, because Louisville has UConn has the largest lead, 28 after that first half. Last time it was a blowout, 44-20, and Louisville almost came back. Louisville almost came back to win this game. So we're gonna have to go with some box scores right now. We're gonna start with Louisville. They had good numbers today. Tajiana Roberts. Yes, she played 35 minutes, but the most points today, Laura Ziegler, 16 points. Offensive rebounds, 7. Defensive rebounds, 11. She has more rebounds than anybody. And Randolph, EI, and then Amari Berry. Amari Berry only had 13 points. McKinley Randolph only scored 2, which I'll get to the bench points momentarily. Everybody has good assists. Randolph, Ziegler, and Roberts with 2. But steals, Randolph and Ziegler, 1. No blocks. But turnovers belong to EI. Field goals. Amari Berry had really good field goals. 6 out of 12. 50.0. That's not bad for her. Who has the most 3-pointers is Laura Ziegler. 4 for 8. 50.0 percentage. She's got good free throws, but EI's got more free throws than Ziegler. 3 for 3, 2 for 2. They're all good. The same. There's PF. On points foul, something like that. And then here's the bench. Skylar Jones only played 24. Then Raina Scott, 13 points for Skylar Jones. And they're all had defensive rebounds, but they have more than rebounds. Raina Scott's got 1 over 4 over 3, which is 1 behind that. Then assists, Raina Scott over Skylar Jones. Steal, there's blocks on Yapina Potra. Turnovers, field goals. Skylar Jones got good numbers on 3-pointers and free throws. Well, Raina Scott's got better free throws and on the bench. And now UConn, my Huskies, defending national champion Sarah Strong is back. She played 38 minutes with Sailor Mars, Ozzy Fudd. I like to call her Sailor Mars. Ray Hino. I always call her Sailor Mars because she's got fire soul. Without Sailor Venus, which is Paige Becker's. Strong had 21 points, then Fudd. We just saw the stats today. And rebounds, yeah. She's got 9. Strong has 9 over Sarah Williams, 8. Ashlyn Shade and Arno, 7. Fudd only had 2. But Fudd's got to get some strategies on the next game. And then KK Arno, 3 points over 2. Yeah. Well, 3 steals over 2, I should say. My bad, brain function. Fudd has a little tied to turnovers, 2 turnovers with Sarah Williams. But the field goals today, on that day, KK Arno, 6 out of 10. 60.0. And then 3-pointers, same thing, only 1 for 3. 33.3 belong to her. But the free throws belong to Sarah Strong. 3 out of 4, 75.0. Not too bad. But on the bench numbers, Kaylee Heckel played 23 minutes off the bench, 14 points. But who has the better rebounds? It's got to be Ice Brady and Jenna El Alfie. Jenna El Alfie. Each it. Yeah. And then the turnovers, yeah, she's got 1. But field goals, Kaylee Heckel, 15.0, ties with Jenna El Alfie. They're all the same numbers, but the field goals belong to Kaylee Heckel. But they all shoot 3-pointers. Well, Heckel and Zabelli did not shoot well. But the free throws, Kaylee Heckel, 2 for 3 off the bench. So they had a good game today against Louisville. Well, they almost came back because they were up pretty big in the first half. Pretty big. Their next game, November 9th, which is on Sunday at 3:30 in my time against Florida State Seminoles. It should be no pushover. And then after that, they go to the team without Sister Jean, men's or women's, Loyola Chicago. Yeah, Sister Jean passed away last month at the age of 104. I mean, she's very, very young. Very old, I should say. Rest in peace to the late Sister Jean. So, those are the next 2 games. Because those schedules are going to be very tired in Ohio State, Michigan, and the rest of them that we're waiting for to facing USC on December 13th. And then the rematch we're all been waiting for, Iowa on the 20th. The same day college football playoff began. We'll tell you about the whole thing coming up later on down the road. Because right now, UConn got their first win of the season, which I'm going to get to the story before we get to reaction on threads. So, Sarah Strong, Ozzy Fudd, Sailor Mars lead UConn past Louisville in opener. So I'm not going to read the whole thing, and there's those 2. And yeah, they play their hearts out, which I'm going to read. Let's just say a little bit parts of it because I don't want to read that much. So, as soon as that goes away. The defending champion UConn picked up where they left off to start the 2025-26 season, winning in mostly dominant fashion, almost. UConn ranked number 1 the AP preseason poll. They took down number 20 Louisville 79-66 on Tuesday in the Armed Forces Classic. Yeah, the game was at Landover, Maryland, because the game was not in Germany because of the government shutdown crap, which I don't want to get more into that. A game the Huskies led by many as 28 points before securing their 30th consecutive season opening win, the second longest active streak in Division 1. Yeah. The event first women's matchup in the R4 Classic was intentionally supposed. Yeah, we told you that. Ramstein Air Base, instead. But yeah, but it was moved to the Naval Academy. Yeah, that's when Navy was played. We told you about that, the whole government shutdown thing, which we don't want to get to this BS. Believe all that. It was the first game for the New York Huskies since three-time All-American 2025 number one draft pick Sailor Venus / Sailor V Paige Beckers departed from the WNBA, but with her former superstar watching from the stands, the Huskies lived up to their number one billing. Yeah, she had an interview with Holly Rowe, which I don't want to get show you the clips. I don't want to get copyright from ESPN and the NCAA because they might take it down. Sarah Strong, a preseason first-team All-American, and Ozzie Fudd, Sailor Mars, the 2025 Final Four most outstanding player, led the way with a combine 41 points, while the junior KK Arnold, 13, and USC transfer Kaylee Heckel, 14, round out the attack. Wisconsin transfer Sarah Williams earned her first career start as a Husky, finishing with 4 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. And guys, that transfer portal needs to stop because this is going to hurt more NCAA because you're going to lose a lot of money. They need to get rid of that transfer portal. Go back to the way it was when it comes to 4-year scholarship, walk-on college, walk-on senior, all of that, especially 5th year. You don't need 6th year. You need 4 or 5 years of seniors as a senior year. Heck, even 3 or 4 years in college. I mean, that's up to you. Still, quote, this team is super different than last year. Even though it was only a few different pieces, but I think what those pieces bring are so valuable. Fudd said, quote, tonight was a lot of fun. I think as the season goes on, we continue on to build our chemistry, learn how to keep playing well together and what our strengths are. It's going to be even more fun and really special. And it depends how they're healthy. If they stay healthy, if they want to win back-to-back, fine. If not, Texas might open the doors. Maybe. Who knows? Besides South Carolina, LSU, maybe not. Hope not. And I'm going to read it all the way through right there. Let's just say right there. UConn came out of the gates rolling, jumping ahead of 25-9 by the end of the first quarter, going into the break by ahead of 21 points. The Huskies struggled from deep all night. We talked about the 3-pointers, but managed to overwhelm the Cardinals in the paint by a 15-18 margin. Quote, Gino says, the way we got there up by so much was pretty cool. UConn coach Gino Auriemma said, not making any threes and still getting up by 28, it's not an easy thing to do. Strong, who dazzled as a freshman during UConn's title run, added 19 rebounds and 5 assists in her 5th career 25-5 game with the ball in her hands more than ever. The Huskies thrive when the 6'2" Strong rebounded the ball on defense and ran the break, also shining as a matchup nightmare and a passer with her game high 5 dimes. So, anyways, how UConn played to start off against Louisville, they had a really good matchup. And this is a good one right there. The matchup marked UConn's first opener against a ranked opponent since back in my 7-year high school, 27-18, when it faced number 10 Stanford and Columbus, Ohio. I remember that. The program is now 7-1 all time when starting a season against the top 25 teams. Yeah, even though how the top 25s go on, it's impossible to tell. If you're a UConn fan, hey, basketball is what you're playing for. And this is, I see one right there. The reaction says, I know UConn women's basketball ain't looking like a number one seed. I'm just saying this was supposed to be a blowout. Well, they were in the first half, but Louisville almost came back, but they ran out of time. They ran out of time, and then we're gonna get to reaction of UConn women's basketball before we sign out. So let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, and this is don't miss Katie Barnes as Ozzy. I didn't see this before she. Yeah, this is her, which is Sailor Mars. I like to call her. She is the Sailor Mars of UConn women's basketball. Um, yeah, we tell you about that. I don't even watch Dancing with the Stars, so there's that. And oh yeah, this. Yeah, let's not. Yeah, this is my reaction. This is my reaction when I said about that. So yeah, hey, we won a national championship a year later. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna get to Aussie Fudd before we get out of here, cause she played really good tonight. Is this Aussie Fudd? Yeah, Aussie Fudd and Vicia. She played really good today, but she's got to do some work coming up on Sunday against Florida State, the Seminoles. And there's her, by the way. And it says, me watching the Tennessee. Oh, yeah, yeah. And Tennessee lost today. Oh, man. That just tells you guys. That's just tell you. That's just tell you guys. I mean, Tennessee almost won it, but NC State just beat them. Just want to be sure. Just want to be sure. But yeah, UConn got the W by a final. I mean, they were up in the first half. 25. Yeah. Yeah. 40. Okay, hold on. 25, 39. Hold on. 39. Yeah, 44. To 23. Yeah, they were up in the first half. And guess what? Louisville almost came back. They fell short. And then, let's look at the game cast. And right there, I mean, this is when Louisville, when UConn was up. Yeah, 99.6 until the margins went down. But no, they stay on that. Look at the shot charts. They have better shots than Louisville, but Louisville's got better than us. So yeah, there you have it, guys. What are your thoughts on your comment section below? Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Man, yeah, what a game. UConn just came back to win again. Well, they just beat Louisville by a held off by 13 points. So we're headed to face Florida State. I know Texas is facing Richmond next. I want to get to more Texas women's basketball because they just beat a Cornette War yesterday. And you didn't see how that went out. Yeah, look at that. 123 to 61. Good. No, 51. Good God. So, peace. I'm out. Until the next time.